welcome to today's episode of GirlExec. I'm Aisha, and as always, I'm joined by my friend Christy. Today's episode is Lead from the Heart, as part of our three-part series for Women's History Month of leading as a whole woman, mind, heart, and soul. Last week, we spoke about leading from the mind and letting go of those thoughts of self-sabotage that can hold us back. This week, we want to talk about leaning into and fully embracing our nature to lead from our hearts. A job and a paycheck is no longer enough to keep great people motivated. People want more in exchange for their work. They want great leaders who show compassion, who build relationships, and who support others to be their best. So today, let's celebrate the ways that we can lead from our hearts and with our emotional selves to impact people's lives in a deeper way, which is honestly the most lasting and important work we can do, and which is also proven to drive business results.
So let me say, as ladies, we're often scrutinized leading with emotion. Some people say, oh, they're so emotional in this meeting. And other times when you try to practice not being emotional, people will say, she's so cold and disconnected. And what I would say is, when you really lead from the heart, it is part of us. It is our innate desire to care and to nurture. It's a strength of ours. When we walk into a room, we could pick up on how people feel and notice how they're saying things and what they're saying. We want to know our audience naturally and know our team naturally. We pay attention, and when we pay attention emotionally, it's part of the input of how we interact with people. And I will say, when emotions rise, it's our nature to respond. So today we're going to touch on 4 of the many ways to lead from the heart.
The first way to lead from the heart is to lead from a place of human connection. As Christy said, we can take pride in our desire and ability to connect with others. So we should be proud to walk in it and to do that with intention. That might look like taking a few extra minutes at the start of your day to observe and to talk to the people around you. Ask people and about their lives before you jump into work. It might mean remembering something they told you about their family or about their children. It could be a recital, or in today's day and age, unfortunately, it could be about a loved one who has fallen sick. But take the time a few days later, a few weeks later, to follow up and let the people know that you heard them and that you care. Leading from a place of human connection also means being a safe place for your team to come to share their thoughts, their concerns, and even their mistakes. Invite your team to share their perspective, to be honest and transparent with you. You'll get more from them as people, but you'll also get great insight to help you drive the business. And as a personal sticking point for me, without question, leading from the heart also means having that practice of engaging and recognizing all members of the team equally, regardless of their rank or what they can do for you personally. Christy, you would be surprised at the amount of people who still treat people differentially based on who they believe they are and based on their view of their importance. So showing an interest in the well-being of others and actively taking steps to know people is definitely a strength that we have. Don't let anybody tell you that it's a weakness.
When you invite others into conversation and you invite them to share, it is critical then to listen. And listen with intention. It's often said that out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when someone finds you as a safe place and they begin to share, don't interrupt them. Don't move on to the next subject. Take time, ask questions, be curious, figure out how you could help them in whatever it is that they may be going through, if it's something challenging, or what's exciting them if they're talking about something that is exciting and coming up. But take time to listen. It shows that you care. It's really the base of building a good relationship. And if you find yourself as the person, which I do at times, to interrupt and jump in, a tactic you could use is called wait. Mentally ask yourself, why am I talking? Because I'm supposed to be listening.
I love it. Chris, another way to lead from the heart is to support others' development. Think about it. Who do you remember most from your life, and especially from your career? It's those people who took the time to care, to listen, and to guide you to be where you wanted to be. Those people live in your heart. Even as I say this, I can see the faces of those people in my mind. So this is a chance for us to start to form our own legacy by touching people's lives in a similar way. So be as passionate about other people's growth and development and career as you are about your own. And people will notice. Even if you're not in a direct position to advance someone's career, taking the time to listen to their hopes and their aspirations and to give them advice goes a long way. If you have a team, help people understand that you are a safe place for them to come and to share their goals and make the effort to work with them. Make sure they have a really good development plan to help them get there. Sometimes it may mean that you even develop someone out of your team or out of your organization to do something new. But in the end, you're still strengthening a great talent. You're helping people to do great things, which impacts the career, the life, and the heart of someone else.
You know, Aisha, there are two connection points of what you said to our next point around recognition. If you have helped someone build that development plan, make sure to recognize them as they're developing and as they're demonstrating and achieving these things. When you're recognizing them, know how they like to be recognized. I remember being recognized by a boss who is one of those people on my list that I will always remember. But how she recognized me the first time is by surprising me. I walked into the office and everybody was like, surprise, and it was for a promotion. I felt like this little girl inside. I was like, Lord have mercy. So then she knew, maybe just write a little note or add a new responsibility. The point is, know how people want to be recognized. And when you recognize them, be very specific. Be specific. So if they're working on a new project and they want to do a new pitch and win a new client, tell them, I recognize how you worked hard over the past 4 days. And I recognize that in this pitch to this new client, it was those creative ideas that you brought forward that really was what sealed that opportunity. And now we have this new work with them. Whatever the scenario is, point it out and be very specific, because recognition, you know, everybody, we have a paycheck, like you said earlier, we all get it, but we want to know that we are seen and that what we're doing that's going above and beyond our role or stretching us is recognized by those around us.
Chris, in the end, the common denominator of all of this is being intentional and being involved and taking notice of other people. In every exchange, there's something that we tell our kids, the golden rule: treat others as you would like to be treated. So if we connect, if we listen, if we develop and we recognize, we'll find that our leadership, our personal impact, and also our business results will boom as a result. And more than anything, subscribe to GirlExec to continue to receive conversations to enrich your career and life 5 minutes at a time. Thank you.